What are your thoughts on this Hollywood making men wear dresses? What is?
So
Oh, can you answer? Wait, can you
yeah, I
answer
can
before I
answer
even?
because I'm not
All
I'm
right.
not I'm not I'm not a part of. I was in what we call Black Hollywood when I was making films. Um, it's true. It is. There is a. We were talking about kowtowing before. So typically, people they test you in out here. They check to see. They basically are in those parties and all the young boys and all those rooms and the things in the Hollywood Hills, and they invite you to the parties. And when you get there, you have an opportunity to leave, and those that stay are typically offered things and whatnot, and their careers tend to take off. So wearing the dress is what the question is. You know, like the black men or men in general. It's not just black men. See, the thing is, we're highlighting it as black guys. It's like these black men out here wearing the dress. And they're making these black men wear the dress. No, they make all
All
men
of
wear the dress. All of them. Fucking Sylvester Stallone wore a dress. Goddamn
Where?
Arnold Schwarzenegger wore a
them.
dress.
Oh damn,
It's
that
yeah, yeah,
nigga.
It
yeah.
did.
But we don't look see when you know when Ryan Seacrest wears a dress, it's funny. You know, if what's my man's name? The short dude, the comedian, I forget his name, really big. Um
Pause.
Danny DeVito.
no, not Danny wore a dress too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So the idea is to get the men to wear a dress. But in with black masculinity, it kind and the fact that we don't have that many people in Hollywood as it is, very small percentage,
Mm-hmm.
it highlights even bigger. So it's very true. It is what it is. So one thing that would happen with me. So here I am. My studio okay. I was at Sunset Gower Studio. So there's a studio in Hollywood called Sunset Gower Studios on the corner of Sunset and Gower. My office was on Stage 5, and I was there for 2 years. And this is before Steve Harvey moved to Atlanta. Steve Harvey was at Sunset Gower Studios. NCIS office was down the way. It was a lot of cool productions. Dexter, I don't know if you guys remember a TV show called Dexter,
Mm-hmm.
where this dude was. So
That was
Dexter's
awesome.
production was right around the corner in the same stage that I was in. And there's a commissary at every Hollywood studio, and that's where people kind of go and wheel and deal. And so I was making music videos and movies of the week. So I really didn't have any silver screen stuff, and that's where I was trying to head to. I wanted to get in the silver screen. I was in the academy. I had voting rights in the academy and all of that stuff. And so when I would go to the commissary right around lunchtime, I'd see all the people, we call them the small hat people, all those people that had all the money. But here I am, this tall, dark skinned, heterosexual black guy that's on. So I stuck out like a sore thumb as it was. And I didn't understand how come I couldn't get the meetings. They would never go beyond the first meeting. I would introduce scripts. I would introduce concepts, projects. I did everything. I would hire people on my projects. That was my PAs. That was the other complexion that was ended up producing or directing bigger projects than when I brought them in. It was weird to me. And what I was told later on was, you aren't willing to wear the dress. They won't even invite you at a certain degree because they'll look at you, they'll size you up, and they say he's not with it. That brother, he's not with it. So you can't go no further. I didn't understand why William Morris or the rest of these A or CAA wouldn't take a script that I would submit and they'd send it back to my studio, back to my office, and it didn't make sense. And so I would ask around and say, hey man, what's going on? How come this kid that I just hired fresh out of high school is working on this $2 million project and I'm stuck over here with these $250,000 projects? I can't get no $1 million budgets. What's going on? I got better ideas. I'm smart. I'm certainly better than these $250,000 budgets that I'm finding through real estate equity. I want to get funded. And so I was thinking, okay, I need to move down to Paramount Studios or over to Sony Picture Studios and get off of this independent lot. But that wasn't the case. What I was told was, oh, you are basically, oh, you're a heterosexual, strong black man that they can't control. So you're not gonna
I
make
get hit
this
with
shit.
that before too. Yeah.
Yep.
You move around this studio because I had a little golf cart of my own. You move around this studio I remember when there's a movie called Hellboy.
Yeah.
And Hellboy 2 was getting, and I was on the set. You move around here like you can't be controlled, but you are a producer. And if you're a man in a position of power and you are looking to have your projects funded, you got to play along and get along. And some of that stuff is a lot of homosexual activity. And when they know that you don't play that game, you will not get ahead. There is a glass ceiling if you are the type of motherfucker that can't be controlled. And one way they do it, Marcus, is to see if you, and for actors at least, because there's a whole different process for people behind the camera, but for people in front of the camera, Marcus, is to see if you'll wear the dress. If you will portray a woman and bring down, you can be the action superstar all you want, but we want to put you in this one comedy and we want you to say this line. And if you say, yeah, I don't really feel comfortable with that, they'll go back and then that shit, this person tells that person, this person tells the showrunner tells the suits at the, and then they hear about it and they say, okay, cool. We'll make sure that he just doesn't get invited or even get offered these particular roles. And then even if they go for it or they have their agent submit them for it, it's rejected. It doesn't even, the gatekeeper stop. It doesn't even get to the producers. So to answer your question, Marcus, if you act in Hollywood independent and don't play along or get along with the get along gang, you're not going to go far. And if you won't wear the dress as a male actor, white, black, Asian, or Latino, you won't get far. It just is what it is. Now you can make money. You can have a decent living. You can be, if you got in early, like Denzel back in the 70s and the 80s, you good. I'm talking modern day acting. You're not gonna get too far if you're not willing to fucking come to the Hollywood party. It just is what it is, bro.
Oh, so that's why Jonathan Majors had that photo shoot.
Yup. You know what it is? There have been manifestos sent to Congress on what the agenda was for homosexual people a long time ago. They said they were going to do all of this. And the reason why I think it is an agenda and why they make men wear the dress is because look throughout history, the world belongs to the heterosexual male. So if you want to push any agenda or if you want to gain acceptance or in Shannon's case, viewership, you have to go through the heterosexual male to do it. If you can ingratiate yourself with a heterosexual male and get him to wear a dress, you have now made something that can market it to all people. Because some men are going to laugh, all women are going to laugh, all homosexuals are going to laugh. That is the closest you can get to universal content. Right? Because if men can laugh at another man in a dress, and somebody said it, like a pastor said it, they snuck it in through laughter. Right? Because we're too serious as church folk. We're too serious when you attach it to homosexuality. So they brought it in through comedy. It's always comedic when they do it. So when now it's a man who lives a lifestyle, who probably has a wife, who has kids, or you see him with his fine ass girlfriend. If you can get him in a dress, you have now found the number one way to market to a universal audience. So that's why they always want to see a heterosexual male in a dress.